Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fermi Paradox. We find ourselves here with 4 different species. We've got the Demani creepy smiles who have now been covered up with the veil. We've got the humans over here in night-plagued republics. The Vulcan realms, which are fairly peaceful, but seem to not be able to get a break on their desert planet. But they did just make glass houses, so they should not throw stones. And of course the brand new Vicai hives. I just can't get over this character design. It reminds me a little bit of if you've ever played like 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons and or more for 3.5 and you get into psionics. They remind me a little bit of the Thrykeen, which are a mantis-like creature that you can play as a player character. But it's like the super creepiest version of them, like super angry, mean. Like I would not want to fight one of these ever. And they've also got a stinger on their abdomen there. Oh, that's crazy. I think that's the abdomen. Thorax? Was the thorax up here? I cannot remember my bug anatomy. Okay, anyway. Let's go ahead and get these guys started. On Kepler 4, the Vicai civilization is born. Sheets of rock float on the vast lava ocean, forming temporary islands and continental bridges. Alright, how are the Demani doing? Developments, growth in Vex. Okay. Simple naval exploration. Having reached far-flung shores on ocean-going vessels, Demani soldiers begin to settle on distant continents. Trade routes open up between these remote colonies and their homelands, bringing exotic goods to markets hungry for new products. We have traversed more than 100,000 li of immense water. Li? Yeah, I guess li. Of immense water spaces and have beheld in the ocean huge waves like mountains rising in the sky. And we have set eyes on barbarian regions far away, hidden in a blue transparency of light vapors. Zhenghe. Okay. I love their scroll. That's I think my favorite part of the character design right now is the scroll. Okay, we do not need more civilization, but I think picking the dead end, we actually have to pay for that one. So just as a functional thing, I don't want to pick this one because I think we don't need to have all that as extra people because their growth is already at 16 and their resource scarcity is going way down soon. So, simple naval exploration. Funding these long sea voyages is risky, though the Demani willing to gamble on these explorers are often rewarded with wealth and prosperity. I think we'll go with the simple option. The Demani can now increase their size of their cities and access more regions on Vexus. Iron Age technology allows the Demani to harvest biomass in the surface of Vexus. Let's bring them out of dystopia, but they are very much in dystopia. The Demanis compose an epic poem recounting their history. Yes, they did already. Last episode. Oh shoot, I should have gone with the negative human. Dang it. Or the negative people. We need to lower their population. That would have been a positive for us. That would have been a win. Will the lights in our sky go dark one day? Ooh, that got really deep. Yeah, the resources are going down quick. We need to start culling the herd here. I mean, we've got a lot of synthesis, so if something really bad happens, I think we'll be okay. The Great War threatens Gillie Sea. The Water Wars. Oh, I was like, oh, is this like Waterworld where they're all gonna fight in boats? No, we live on a desert planet, so it probably has to do with not having enough. On the desert planet of Gillie Sea, water has always been scarce. Now a crisis has come for one realm as their only source of water begins to dry up. Knowing they can't otherwise survive, a charismatic counselor gathers their desert skirmishers and mobile shard lancers to begin an attack on their water-rich neighbors. Kinda sounds like Mad Max. I've seen soldiers fight for a lot of causes. The only enemy I'm afraid of is the one fighting to survive. Yeah, that's a good point. Because they've got nothing to lose. Peace? Why not? We don't need total war. The deployment of countless contaminated beasts destroys all Vulcans and their entire entire environment. Yeah, we don't want that option. They could use contaminated beasts to fight. Oh, well, this option will wipe out their entire population. No, not good. But we have enough to spare for peace here. The water-starved realm waits too long to stage their attack. Before the operation begins, their glass cities begin to disperse, fleeing to other lands before it is too late. Okay, let's bring their growth up here. We need more here. A bustling Vulcan glass city becomes a center of trade and commerce. A remarkable scholar celebrates on Gillie Sea for their contributions to Vulcan society. Okay. Resources up. That'll be good. Depleted volcano region on Gillie Sea recovers under the care of Vulcan Oasis alchemists. New tech age. Awesome. They've reached the dune ship age. This sounds really cool. The Vulcans begin to spread across the desert world of Gillie Sea on great dune ships, skipping across the sands at unheard of speeds. These new vessels greatly expand the reach of their glass cities, opening up new possibilities for trade and explorations. Okay. I think we're going to go for advancement. 1, it's free, and 2, their growth is in the negative, so I would love to see that happen for them. Exploration and trade boom. These long journeys spark dramatic improvements in dune ship engineering, food preservation techniques, and advanced cartography. Okay, and are we at? We're at 0 for growth. That's good. We can keep that. The Vulcans can now travel on dune ships, connecting glass capitals everywhere on Gillie Sea. Alright, the thinkers of Gillie Sea inspire the Vulcans to live peacefully. Will our sun expire and bring eternal darkness to Gillie Sea? Let's bring their population up just a tad, because they are very, very low. Alright, how are the humans doing? Probably going to die soon. Power and soul. Maybe, maybe not. Great siege engines. Ooh. The humans design complex siege engines. These hulking giants can hurl simple projectiles over long distances, punch through city walls, and circumvent other fortifications. Then attach the hook to the second cord and launch it, and it will hit the target you want, if God wills. This account of ours is a complete operation of the trebuchet, which is known as the Black Camel. An elegant book on trebuchets. Okay. So we can prevent war, or we can go with it. Though their harm potential and their amount of them probably should not go with it. So I think we're going to go for prevention. As both accidents and expenses mount, the humans discard their siege engine project. Okay. Alright, let's go for Utopia. Beautiful ballads are shared among the humans on Earth. When they put down their swords, when the trebuchets dismantled, they will never find a ford to broach the streams unraveled. Not sure what that last lyric meant, but sounded nice. Alright. I don't want to ruin their growth. I don't want to ruin their potential casualties. I want to get their growth going up. That's what we need, because they are too low, much like the prune are. Bustling human city enters a trade and commerce. Ooh, yeah, let's go for this instead of technology. They found a promising new city. Okay, growth is at 6. That's pretty healthy. I think we'll keep that there. Let's see, new plagued republic. Resources up. That can't hurt. Harm potential down. Conflict between two major human plagued republics is settled peacefully. Alright, how are the Vicai hives doing? Injustice! Doing fantastic, I see. The yawning abyss. Vicai have found a deep chasm through which they claim to hear the wails of the damned. Rumors spread of demons crawling through the darkness below, with whips and pools of lava that reek of death and disease. Mystics and wise folk have gathered to discuss whether this is truly a gate to the underworld or some natural phenomenon. Okay. So, they're actually pretty settled, pretty good here. We can prevent this entirely. We can go into regular development or massive injustice. Kind of want to go into massive injustice. I don't know. It is decided that the wound upon the world is a gateway into the underworld. To contain its fury, criminals and heretics are sacrificed within it, and many fanatics use it as a means to usurp power from their rivals. Yeah, massive injustice. That sounds great. All right, massive injustice. Okay. Dystopia. We're kind of hitting off real good with them here. They mourn the death of a beloved hive queen. Okay, let's bring out the dystopia just a tad here. They develop a new form of artistic expression. Alright, let's go ahead and jump over... Who am I more worried about, the prune or the humans? Let's make sure the humans are alive. Otherwise I'll get so much flack for letting them die again. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew thee well. Alright. They establish a new plagued republic. Okay. Growth is doing okay. We just need to get this harm potential down, because we don't have enough people to deal with the harm here. Okay. Not getting any harm potential lowering stuff, unfortunately. We're also not getting our growth to be high enough. On this day, the ancient holy city is the spiritual center on Earth. The humans are expected to visit the city at least once in their lifetime to take part in extended worshipping rituals at specific locations throughout the city. Many save up all their life for this trip. They have a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage is what they have. Oh, dang it, I chose the wrong direction of the harm potential. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, they develop a new type of longsword. Alright, how are the Demani doing? Mandate of Heaven. Alright then. In a region of Vexus, the Demani believe that their sage sovereigns are chosen by the gods to rule over them. A powerful dynasty arises and establishes a central domain. But it is told that the will of heaven can be revoked if the rulers displease the gods. The people are of supreme importance. The altars of the gods of earth and grain come next. Last comes the ruler. That is why he who gains the confidence of the multitudinous people will be emperor. Okay. So, cultural ascent. They're actually doing pretty good. I mean, their growth is, really, resource scarcity is the only thing I'm really worried about here. To that effect, maybe we do spend the 40 and get cultural ascent for them. That could be good. Because cultural descent just means that they're more likely to die and they have more dystopia. Cultural expansion means they've got more people but less resources, which doesn't help anybody. So let's go with cultural ascent. Mandate of Heaven. Church authorities interpret successful revolts as evidence that the mandate of heaven has passed, so the influence of the celestial domain fades away. Okay. Cool. They've done better for themselves. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure the Vulcans are alive. Ooh, tech. Let's raise the tech level here. Does Gillie Sea revolve around our sun? Alright, Demani. They've reached the nautical age. The Demani developed vessels capable of exploring the farthest corners of their planet. The flourishing traffic of goods and ideas advances the fields of navigation, chemistry, and engineering. To safeguard the accumulated knowledge of Demani civilization, emerging universities begin to house collections of printed books. Okay. The nautical age. So we can go with wisdom again. I think advancement's probably our best option because, while that's going to increase their growth again, which we really need to be decreasing their growth at this point, it should be increasing their resources as well. Exploration encourages the Demani to engineer large vessels and better food preservation to keep up with the demands of global trade. Okay. Let's see if we can take away from their population here for a second. Nautical age technology gives the Demani access to minerals and biomass across the whole of Vexus. On Vexus, the work of a remarkable academic is widely circulated among the Demani. Hey, new tech age for them. They've also reached the nautical age. Look at everybody. The humans developed vessels capable of exploring the farther corners of their planet. We found another land far on the other side of the ocean, a place to breed and to feed on helpless creatures. It is truly a paradise. To breed and feed. That is all we want in life, is just to breed and feed. Okay, so likewise we could go for wisdom, advancement, or power. Honestly, we don't want power, because that's just gonna not do good things over here. We could go for wisdom. We've got the money to spend, the synthesis to spend, I should say. Give them a head start on the next age. Or we could go for advancement, which increases their growth. Actually, we probably want to go for that. Increase the growth, increase the resources, lower this potential casualty. Exploration encourages the humans to engineer large vessels and better food preservation to keep up with the demands of global trade. Nautical age technology gives the humans access to minerals and biomass across the whole of Earth. The humans mourn the death of a great academic who leaves behind an important legacy. Humans mourn their ancestors, how died during the Great Plague long ago. Reduction. Oh, that's a pretty picture. Telegraphic network. A telegraphic network spanning the entirety of Gillie Sea is invented. This eases communication and makes it less necessary for the Vulcans to travel. I heard that the roads to our capital are completely overgrown since everybody is using the telegraphic service nowadays instead of traveling. Interesting. So this doesn't mean that they're teleporting, because that would be crazy at this stage in their development. I think it's like a telegram. They've got telephones. They've got ability to talk to each other. It doesn't mean that they're teleporting from one place to another. All right. Civilization pillar. Regular development dead end. Let's go for... Why not? Spend 10, civilization pillar. Due to the nifty telegraphic network, I love the use of the word nifty there. That's a word we never see very often. The Vulcans stop traveling altogether and stay in their glass capitals. Oh, that sounds terrible, but, maybe. What's dead end? Telegraphing system is rolled out and maintained by the territories who use it to manipulate messages and deceive the Vulcans. I think we're going for the nice one. Resources for all. The Vulcans establish a new territory. Let's lower their harm potential. The Vulcan dune gunners lay down their gunpowder muskets and abandon the art of war. I like the dune gunners. That sounds like a great, sort of creature. Or not creature, sorry, a great kind of class to play as. Will our sun expire and bring eternal darkness to Gillie Sea? Only time will tell. Will our capitals of glass show any outsiders the openness of the Vulcan people? Well, only if they find you first. Alright, the dune gunners laying down. Lay down your gunpowder, dune gunners. Yeah, I think we'll go for technology. The dune ship age. Okay, and I think we'll, keep going for technology. Utopia's at 30%. I mean, we could be upping that even further if we wanted to, but... Alright, how are the Vicai doing? Depopulation. Eesh. Toxic plants. The Vicai find a sweet and delicious plant on the wilderness of Kepler 4. Unfortunately, its consumption is deadly in the long term, and many Vicai become ill and perish. Cerberus, provoked to a rabid frenzy, filled all the air with his simultaneous three-headed howling, and spattered the green fields with white flecks of foam. These are supposed to have congealed and found food to multiply, gaining harmful strength from the rich soil. Metamorphoses by Ovid. So we can prevent this for nothing. We could take their growth down, though, because their resource scarcity is in the next 400 years. I think maybe we'll go for massive depopulation. Get a little bit out of it. Hopefully their resource scarcity is less affected. So the Vicai are addicted to the sweet but toxic plants and grow them en masse. En masse? En masse? I'm pretty sure it's en masse. En masse. That's what it's called. That's what it's pronounced. They grow them en masse around their settlements. A connection between their beloved food and the strong decline of their population is never made. Eee. How low is their growth going? Oh, they are at 0. Okay. That's fine. Let's take their tech level up, though. Tech. Let's get them out of the Stone Age. Potential casualties. Harm potential is really low. Do the spirits look on us with kindness? That is how the Vicai sound. A remarkable wise person is celebrated on Kepler 4 for their contributions to Vicai society. With proof of an underworld manifest on their world, religious hysteria took hold of the lands around the chasm. Many used this evil as a means to dispose of their enemies by branding them heretics or monsters that needed to be sacrificed to appease the demons that threatened the Vicai and the surrounding areas. Eesh. Will enemies from the beyond conquer our world? Actually, I just realized I'm kind of doing that guy from Treasure Planet. The spider guy. Oh gosh, I'll have trivial Tourette's in a bit. as I will remember who the heck that guy's name is. Oh gosh. What is his name? You all know that, the reddish spider dude from from Treasure Planet, that very popular movie from the early 2000s that everybody saw. All right, resources up. Let's do this. On Kepler 4, Vicai planters, Scroop. I think his name was Scroop. I told you I'd have trivial Tourette's in a second, and I'd remember it. On Kepler 4, Vicai planters established new resource management methods. All right. The principal food on Kepler 4 is the delicious tasting but toxic plant, as all our creatures are being beguiled by the toxic plant. Where will the gods leave us? Knowledge and Vex. Okay. Great universities. University districts are constructed in every major Demani city. Maintaining high standards of education and academic output at these institutions becomes a point of pride for the Demani. Okay. So, civilization. We can upgrade their technology, or we can hit a dead end. Why not? Let's give them the benefit here. It's only 10. We've got 165 synthesis. This is great. So universities become integral parts of Demani civilization, producing some of the world's greatest minds and rulers. All right, let's see how far that tech boosts us up here. Maybe we'll get past tech level 4. Well, I don't think I want either of these anyway, so I guess... Actually, we got all negatives here. So I can choose the negative harm potential, negative resources, or negative tech. I think we'll choose harm potential. Let's see if I can click it. There we go. An army of musketeers is defeated by a galleon fleet belonging to a powerful Demani sage territory. Alright, tech up. Oh, their growth is too high. I keep missing the opportunity to pick growth as the thing we need to lower here, because they are losing their stuff. They're losing their resources. Will our sun expire and bring eternal darkness to vex us? Alright, let's see if we can get them to the next age. Alright, I don't want their... I want them to die off. I want less growth. A remarkable academic is celebrated on Vexus for their contributions to Demani society. How are the humans doing? Enlightenment. I like the sound of that. Mutual aid collectivism. Okay. the humans begin to form collectives that share ownership of land and lumber yards. As others see the success of this social experiment, a movement begins to try the concept on a grander scale. Soon many are asking for a stateless society, one based on mutual aid, respect, and true equality. That sounds pretty utopian, doesn't it? If there is a state, there must be domination of one class by another, and as a result, slavery. The state without slavery is unthinkable, and this is why we are the enemies of the state. Interesting. Mikhail Bakunin, which is a Russian anarchist. Eek. Okay. So, we can go for more utopia, at the cost of 40 synthesis. That's a lot of synthesis. Or I can hit a dead end. Existing plagued territories suppress collectivist thinking, sometimes violently, to maintain the status quo. Within a few years, the movement fades away almost entirely. Why don't we... I'm going to try for the civilization pillar. Like, go full-blown utopia here. See what happens, you know? A revolution sweeps Earth as the common human embraces collectivism fully. The new values of compassion, unity, and community make the old ways obsolete. Because that's the thing is, maybe if we get our utopia up high enough, when potential casualty strikes, they find a way out of it much easier. God, I don't remember if I've ever gotten a society above 50% utopia. Alright, let's go for regular synthesis here. Once powerful, plagued territory falls on Earth. Let's see here. An influential human sovereign rises to power on Earth. Okay, the Vicai are now at a new technological age. The obsidian age. That sounds awesome. Also, I love... These are the lizard guys and gals from the planet, isn't it? We'll have to play them the next round. The obsidian age. Kepler-4 experiences an agricultural revolution, marked by the utilization of obsidian and other readily available volcanic materials. These materials advance the Vicai immensely, as they are perfect for the construction of tools and weapons. The drones of our hive started digging out the glass of the gods. This was the beginning of our path to grow from a feeblish swarm and to become the World Eater Empire. Hive Queen Whirl. Okay. Sounds great. Oh, look at them! They got clothes now. I love the look of this. So this is very... Okay, now it just looks like Orisa from from Overwatch. You got the little loincloth going on the front here. But I love the outfit. And it's hard to dress somebody with that many limbs anyway. I mean, people always try in different things. I just realized they've got fur on the sides now. And looks like they've added horns or something. I mean, either way, they look even more badass than they already did. Let's see here. Do we take power? Do we do wisdom? What do we do here? Let's see here. If we do power, we're going to be taking a hit here. But I think they're doing okay. Their growth is has leveled out. So resource scarcity shouldn't be as much of a problem. Yeah, let's go for power. The wise folk focus more and more on the development of weapons encouraged by the Hive Queens. Unique razor-sharp weapons made of volcanic glass strengthen the warriors of the Vicai and give them an advantage in future conflicts. Okay. Alright, and everybody's gaining tech now. The Demani have reached the industrial age. They're taking leaps and bounds here. The Demani start to study electricity, steam power, and machine manufacturing in the industrial age. Harnessing the power of radio waves might allow them to send signals into outer space, but this civilization could accidentally eradicate themselves as weapons development thrusts forth. Interference with the planet poses a serious threat to the ecosystem that has sustained Demani through the ages. Modern bourgeoisie society, with its relations of production, of exchange, and of property, a society that has conjured up such gigantic means of production and of exchange, is like the sorcerer who is no longer able to control the powers of the netherworld, and whom he has called up by his spells. Ooh, Karl Marx. Interesting. Oh, look at their outfit now. Now they just look like a T. But I'm still glad that they've taken the wise decision to cover up their creepy mouths. Just look like Queen Amidala. Alright, let's see here. Do we go for wisdom? Advancement? Power? I don't want to go for advancement because they're too far in the growth. We need to be pulling them back on that. Power. Ooh, potential casualties. We've got enough to go for wisdom here. But we could also do power. We could do power. 12 is pretty good for power. Alright, the Demani focus their efforts on designing tanks, bomber planes, and simple automatic weapons for increased leverage against enemies. Naval warfare also gets industrialized. Let's go for that. Need to lower their growth here too. We also need to take a look at the prune in a second. I'm just hoping that we'll get an option to lower their growth just a tad here. Come on, just a smidge. Give us a little lower. Little lower. Come on. It never gives you the right moat when you need it. Nope, exactly. I've got growth now. I don't need growth. I need the opposite direction. Is there life after death? Many monuments of famous maritime explorers can be found in the settlements of Vexus. Injustice. In our desert paradise? Sand torture. You are joking. Alright. During a particularly brutal conflict, dune gunners began utilizing a new method of torture to extract information from prisoners. The victim is strapped to a board and a fine sand is poured into their airways, causing them to choke and gasp for breath. That sounds even worse than waterboarding, which I know is what it's based off of, but that is just like, I mean, I hate sand. Like, sand gets everywhere. You cannot get rid of sand. And then you're going to just pour it into, like, water at least is in our bodies, naturally. So you're just going to have sand in all of your body. Ugh. When the breath is unsteady, all is unsteady. When the breath is still, all is still. Ooh, that's creepy. I don't like that philosophy there. Okay. We can prevent it, which I kind of want to do just because that sounds so horribly awful. That is 30 points to prevent it, though. But, you know, it does make sense for a mostly utopian society to want to prevent that. So many Vulcans are outraged when they learn about this cruel technique. The practice is banned by all territories of Gillie Sea. Phew, thank goodness for that. Let's see if we can get them to the next tech level. A remarkable academic is celebrated on Gillie Sea for their contributions to Vulcan society. Increase their growth rate here so we can make sure that their potential casualties don't come back to bite them. Yeah, potential casualties are not really doing much to us. For us, I should say. New tech age, here we go. Vulcans reached the industrial age. They study electricity and steam power in the industrial age. Look at you guys in your snazzy aluminum outfit. That is just... You just look nice. That just looks nice. I love the addition of the jewelry, too. Okay. So, don't think we want to spend that much for wisdom. We could take advancement, which would actually help with our crisis here. I think we might. Hard work and ingenuity are needed to manage rapid urbanization without critically harming the planet. Train networks across vast swaths of Gillie Sea offer high-speed mobility for both freight and passengers. Okay. The Vulcans support large glass areas through industrial production. Vulcans grew obsessed with the idea of creating ever larger and more intricate glass structures, wasting enormous resources in their creation and maintenance. In Vulcan culture, glass became the ultimate aesthetic of ideal beauty, simplicity, and fragility. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with our 4 societies here, doing mostly okay. We got quite a lean towards war going on here, but that is kind of part of our chaotic run-through here. They are not dead yet, knock on wood, and hopefully we can keep them that way in the coming episodes. And if you want to see those coming episodes, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos, like this video so it shows up in the YouTube algorithms. And as always, folks, I will see you in the next game.